I'm struggling so much right now. You know what? Those thumbnails are gonna have to work because oh no, I can't do that. It is so messy here, but this is my reading nook, so that's why all of these stuffed animals are here, because they're comfy and I use them as pillows. You don't even want to know how many Squishmallows I've accumulated over the past year. Hi everyone, my name's Emily and today I'm going to be doing my end of the year and Christmas book haul. I have so many books to show you, it's ridiculous. Let me get my blanket so we feel comfy and cozy together. I'm currently filming this on January 1st, so Happy New Year everyone. Here's to the start of a new year, a new Goodreads goal, and just a clean slate. I fell asleep here reading last night. I didn't go to a party because that's dangerous right now. I actually filmed a vlog of me shopping at the 50% off hardcover sale for Barnes & Noble, but then the files got corrupted and are no longer salvageable from my SD card. Don't know what happened. I was just filming and then it said memory card error, and then I look at the SD card and none of the footage that I recorded was there. So I was really upset about that because I love filming book shopping with me videos, vlogs, but you know, what happened happened. I'm just gonna move on. I've been in very much of a reading mood recently, so hopefully most of these books will be read and not just sit on my TBR shelves. Life has been so busy, I don't even know why I bought this many books because I need to finish the ones that I already have. So this video is going to be split into the different places that I bought these books from. So I bought books from Target, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Thrift Books, and Bookoff, which is like a used bookstore. I'll start off with Target just because I have this pile out first. I bought 4 books from there. 3 of them I bought during the buy 2 get 1 free sale. So the first book is The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. This one was so good. I finished reading it in the middle of December, even though it was the November book club pick of the month for my Discord. November was a crazy month for me, so I wasn't able to finish it then, but I finished it in November. I'm so upset that I didn't annotate it, but I did doggy ear a couple of parts. It follows a girl named Olive, and she's a PhD student, she's a 3rd year PhD candidate. It follows academia and STEM, and it has fake dating with one of the professors at her school. She goes to Stanford, but he's not her professor, he's just one of the professors at her school, but he's known to be really mean and ruthless and stuff when it comes to grading students and stuff like that. So it's like a Grumpy Sunshine type of book. There is a little bit of an age gap obviously because he's one of the professors at her school, but it's not too bad. It's not 20 years or anything. It's less than 10 years, so it's not too crazy. If you haven't seen my last book video, this was one of my favorite books of 2021, so please read it if you haven't already, if you somehow haven't because of all the TikTok hype, but this book is so good. Please read it. The next book I got on sale was Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This one I have not read yet, but I know it's about a girl named Chloe Brown, obviously, and she comes to a near-death experience, something like that, and then she realizes, oh my gosh, my life is so boring, let's do everything fun, because you only live once. That's the main premise I get from the book. I don't know anything about the guy, the love interest, or anything. Also, mine came with a tear. But I got it online, I didn't buy it in store, so that's probably a shipping manufacturing error, but whatever. The next book is the one that I technically got for free, and it's Always in December by Emily Stone. This was the December book club pick for my Discord book club. If you haven't joined yet, please click the link in my bio to join. We have some cute little discussions and we talk about books, and we recommend each other books, and we just overall have a good time. And if you want to meet new bookish friends, please join. This one I finished last night at 2 in the morning, so technically I finished it in 2022, but I only had 20 pages that I read in 2022, but technically it counts towards my 2022 Goodreads goal. There were a couple of problems I had with it, but I'm not going to talk about that because this isn't a wrap up, this is just a book haul, but I just want to let you know that I was sobbing at the end. It was a little insta-levy, but I was sobbing. Since the holiday season is over, you might not want to pick this up, but next year please pick this up if you're looking for something to cry about. And the last book I got from Target that wasn't included in any sale is Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. I had been wanting to buy this book for a while, but I didn't want to buy it in hardcover just because it was so expensive, so I decided to get it in paperback when it finally came out, and I got it from Target. I've heard a lot of good things about this one from Gabby over at Gabby Reads on YouTube. She talked about this book in one of her videos and she really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited to get into it. It's a thriller about a woman who goes missing. Okay, I guess I'll go with thrift books next. I only got 2 books from there and they're both part of a series, and they are Addicted to You and Ricochet, both by Krista and Becca Ritchie. These are the first books in the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. I don't know, but everyone raves about these, so I decided to get the first 2 books. I don't know much about them except that they follow like the same girls or whatever, and they're like super rich. I am planning on reading these soon. I just need to finish some of the other bajillion books that are on my TBR. And my New Year's resolution for myself is that I can only buy books in 2022 if they are sequels to books that I've already read, or if they are new releases from authors that I know I 100% love. The next 4 books that I bought are from Bookoff, which is the secondhand bookstore. The first is The One by Kira Cass. This was $5.50. I'd been wanting this book in hardcover for so long because I do have the first 2 books in the selection series in hardcover. I've had them for ages, but I'm planning on doing like a reading vlog for these 3 books. And the next 3 books I'd never heard about before I went into Bookoff. I'd never seen them, I'd never heard about them. All I know is that they're romance books because I read the blurb of the first one, but I saw them, I looked them up on Goodreads, and they all had over 4 stars, which means that they're very good. So I bought them and I thought it'd be a cool reading vlog to do. So I'm planning on doing a themed reading vlog for this, and I might be making it into a series. So like going to a used bookstore and picking up some like old books or like random books that I have no idea what they're about, and then just reading them in the vlog and seeing if they're good or not. But it's this trilogy. I have no idea what the trilogy is called or anything like that, but the first book is called Worth the Wait by Jamie Beck. The second is Worth the Risk, and the third is Worth the Trouble. This one looks like it takes place in some sort of city or something, but I don't know, sounds like fun. These are published by the same people who published Layla by Colleen Hoover, so I loved Layla. Hopefully these ones are good too. I don't know if that has any correlation, but it follows 3 siblings, so each book follows 1 sibling. Should I do Barnes & Noble or Amazon first? I think I'm gonna do Barnes & Noble first just because the pile looks like it's going to collapse. As I mentioned earlier, I went to the hardcover sale, so I bought a lot. Not like a lot, my bank account is dead a lot, but like maybe $100 worth, but I had a $25 gift card from my friend Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. If you're watching this, you're probably not, but thank you, Andrew. The first 2 actually aren't hardcovers, but they were buy one get one 50% off. So the first one is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I've been wanting this book for so long, but I just couldn't bring myself to pay for it. What I like about this specific edition is that usually the paperback copies of this book have like Bible pages, like they're really thin pages, but this one has regular thicker pages, and I love those because they make me feel like I'm reading more because you go through it faster. Does that make sense? And the book that I got 50% off was A Better Man by Louise Penny. I just miss you and I just wish you were a better man. I have another book by Louise Penny. It's actually my tripod right now. It's called All the Devils Are Here, and I hauled it recently too, but I just haven't read it yet. But every single time I look up Louise Penny stuff on Goodreads, it's always 4 stars or higher. So I will definitely be getting into Louise Penny's books, and hopefully I like them. I know it's like a mystery. I love mysteries. Ever since I started reading Agatha Christie like 2 years ago, I really started getting into mysteries. So hopefully Louise Penny is another author that I can depend on. Now for all of the hardcovers, this is the part we've all been waiting for. I actually went to 2 trips. I went on Monday, which was the second day of the sale, and then Barnes & Noble announced that they extended the sale to Tuesday, and then they extended it to Wednesday. So I went on Monday and Tuesday. I didn't go Wednesday anymore because I was just tired. The first book I got is Iron Widow by Zoran J. Zhao. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I think this one's like sci-fi or fantasy, I'm not sure. I don't know much else about it, but I'm really excited to get into it because I need to read more Asian books. I might save it for May because that's Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I think that's what it is. So I might save it for then. And I know that Cindy from With Cindy does yearly Asian readathons. So I will be saving this for then. The next book I got is Roxy by Neil and Jared Shusterman. Neil Shusterman is one of my favorite authors ever. He wrote the Scythe trilogy, and that trilogy is one of my all-time favorite trilogies ever. All-time favorite books ever. And this one's like a dystopian take on drugs, I think. I don't know much else about this book. All I know is that it's written by Neil Shusterman and his son, Jared. But anything that Neil writes, I will buy. The next book I bought is actually our January book club pick for my Discord, and it is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I was gonna try to wait for the paperback version of this book, but I just couldn't because I couldn't even find a release date for the paperback version, and I've been wanting to read this for forever, and it was 50% off, meaning that it was $14. So I got the hardcover. Worst comes to worst, I can give away the hardcover and buy the paperback. It's just so that all of my copies of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books match. But like, this is heartbreaking. Look at this. They're different heights. This is heartbreaking. They don't match and it irritates me, but you know, whatever. And the last book I got from the first trip to Barnes & Noble is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. This is actually the book that I went into Barnes & Noble knowing that I wanted to get, and this was actually the last copy. And the tagline for this is 6 friends, 1 college reunion, and 1 unsolved murder. I have been wanting to read this for a while. I saw Haley Pham talking about it. I saw it a couple times on Book Talk too, but I mostly got the recommendation from Haley Pham. Then during my second trip to Barnes & Noble, I got When She Was Good by Michael Robotham. Don't know much about this one, just saw that the ratings were really good, and it's a thriller, and I need to read more thrillers. I'm sure I can find a review from Gabby somewhere on her channel. Then this one I believe just came out, but it's called When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord. This is the same author who wrote Tweet Cute, and this one follows a girl who wants to be on Broadway, and she has an arch rival, so I'm sensing like enemies to lovers. And my tita actually gave this to me for my Christmas present when we went to Barnes & Noble. She just paid for it. She lives with her dad, but then something happens and she wants to find her mom. It's probably like a coming of age type of book with a little bit of romance sprinkled into it, and I'm very excited to read it. And the last 4 books from Barnes & Noble I bought a while ago. I just didn't haul them. The first is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Don't need to say much about this one. It's Asian fantasy, I think. Then I bought The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. I actually got to page 100, but then I put it down because it passed Halloween and I wasn't in the mood anymore, and I wanted to pick up The Love Hypothesis, so I put it down. I'll probably save it again for Halloween next year. This one follows 3 sisters who are witches, and I don't know much else about it other than it takes place in 1893. The next book I bought is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I bought this with intentions to read it before the movie came out, but the movie came out and I didn't read it, so I will be speeding through this soon. It's super short, look at it. All I know is that it's an enemies to lovers workplace romance. And the last book from Barnes & Noble is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This one is like an Alexandrian society type of book, and it follows 7 kids who are competing for 6 spots or 6 kids who are competing for 5 spots. I don't remember. And this one is so popular on Book Talk, but like look at the artwork in here. Tell me that doesn't look like Billie Eilish. What the heck? My last stack of books is from Amazon or the Amazon bookstore. The first one is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I know that Kristen Hanna is a really popular author. She writes a lot of historical fiction. I don't know exactly what this is about, but I know it's a tearjerker. There's also a show on it on Netflix. The next book I bought is The Hawthorn Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the sequel to The Inheritance Games. The Inheritance Games was our book club pick for August, and I really enjoyed it, so I decided to pick up the second one. This one came out in August too, I think. I heard this one digs a little deeper into the love triangle, which is going to be interesting. I'm planning on waiting till my hold is up for this book on Libby so that I can listen to the audiobook. The next book I bought from the Amazon bookstore is The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. This is the 5th and last book in the Off-Campus series, and I've heard that people are really disappointed by this book, which makes me kind of sad, but you know, I'm still gonna read it anyway because I need me some more Dean and Allie. They are my favorite. I've explained what that series is about so many times, so I'm just gonna move on. The next books I actually got with an Amazon gift card from my Tita Rona. Thank you, Tita Rona. The first is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is the first book in the Twisted duology? Trilogy? No, I think there's another one coming out soon, but I'm gonna say trilogy then. I haven't started it yet, but this is my next read. I'm very excited about it. I'm just trying to crank out all these books before I go back to school. I think this one's an Enemies to Lovers. I know it's Grumpy Sunshine because I saw this in a Grumpy Sunshine book recommendation video that Steph Borer posted. After I read The Love Hypothesis, I'm like, I need me some more Grumpy Sunshine. So I got this one. And the next one I got is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is another Grumpy Sunshine book. This one takes place in a Disneyland type setting, so it's like an amusement park, and it follows a designer and a production company or whatever, and then it follows a girl named Zara and her boss named Rowan. Grumpy Sunshine again. I'm really excited to read this one too, and I've been hearing a lot of good things. Then the last 2 books are, I'm so excited, they're my first Mariana Zapata books. The first one is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. This one is a thick boy. This one is so chunky. This follows a girl named Vanessa. She is the housekeeper slash assistant to a very popular football player. She decides to quit, and then he's basically begging for her back. I've never really read a slow burn before, especially not one this thick. Most of the romance books I read have been a little insta-lovey, but you know, we're gonna give it a try. And then the last book is also a Mariana Zapata book, and it's From Lukov with Love, and this one follows ice skating, and I love ice skating. I have like a really short attention span, so hopefully I don't lose interest like halfway through the book and DNF them, because that's kind of what happened in the Spanish Love Deception. Yeah, hopefully I don't lose interest like halfway through the books. And those were all the books that I bought recently and got for Christmas. Technically, gift cards count. So that concludes my Christmas slash end of the year book haul. Please let me know in the comments which book I should read first. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!